Fulani is making use of your brain, you cannot see it. They come to you, oh, why don't you fight Yoruba? Oh, Yoruba is against Igbo. Igbo is against Yoruba. Fight each other. The same thing they did in the constitution of Biafra land. They told Ogoniman, you're not Igbo. He said, okay, I'm not. Ija, you're not Igbo. Oh, I'm not. Oh, you're not Igbo. Some of them, of course, most of them are Igbo, they agree. Oh, I'm not. And I want to ask you Ogoni people something today. Some of you don't understand the meaning of what is called divide and rule. You know, you read it, oh, divide and rule, they divided us. You don't want to put your brain behind it to understand what it means. You have no idea. When they ganged up with Sarawiwa to say Igbo man is our problem, today all that oil spill in Ogoni land, have they cleaned it up? I'm asking a question. Have they cleaned the oil in your land? Igbo man is your problem, yes? Have they cleaned the oil spill in your land? You are begging them to clean the mess that they made. How many of you own oil wells from Ogoni land? Igbo man is your problem. They want to conquer, they want to use Biafra to deceive us, to take our land, to dominate us. All of you crying about Niger Delta marginalization, all these years that you have nothing to do with an Igbo man. Have you survived? Have you survived? I'm asking you. Have you survived? Now, let me tell them something today they don't know. The free world, they have a defense, should I say, organization called NATO. Who are the leaders of NATO? The North Atlantic Treaty Organization that every civilized nation belongs to. Who are the leaders of NATO? It is the United States of America. Somebody must lead. It cannot be everybody. One person or a group of, they must lead. They must lead because they have what it takes. God gave it, made it so in the East that we are all related anyway, as one people, tied. That's why you have Igbo, indigenous Igbo people in Bayelsa, indigenous Igbos in Rivers, indigenous in Delta, majority Igbo people. Everywhere, all the way to Igodomigodo, in Edo State, in Idu land. God made it so for a reason. The first revolution in Nigeria was led by an Igbo man, Nzogo. That is the way God made us. I can't apologize for it. Because if we leave you to do it, you cannot do it. In a billion years, you cannot do it. You cannot do it. Because you don't have what it takes to confront the Janjaweed. We do, you don't. With all due respect. Is Ogoni land clean? Do they have clean water? Do they have good schools? The same thing for Ijo. Ijo, do you have good roads and good schools? Good health care? No. They will put somebody in office for 4 years or 8 years. He will build one community center and say the dividends of democracy. As okay, whereas he's planning to relocate his children to Australia. Every day you wake up to the same rubbish. Every day you wake up. Every day you wake up to the same garbage. Day after day after day after day. And what is your response? The same thing over and over and over again. You go back now and say, oh, hey, I'm from Ishekiri. We are not part of what they're doing. And you accept. And look at your life and how miserable it is. You lament, you lament, you lament, but you don't have what it takes to make the much needed change. They say that all the government of Ondo State and others must draw a boundary. Where, who are the bandits and who are the law-abiding? How can we know? As I'm going to my phone, when your man all the lizards, all the, you know, now lizard, their stomach is almost on the floor. So we don't know which one has belly ache. How do we know? How can you differentiate between a good headsman and a violent terrorist headsman? How can you know? How can you know? I'm asking you. Mietiala is there, remote controlling all your lives. Look at how they installed, after installing Hope, they installed the idiot Hope, George Obiozo. George Obiozo was the man that took Hope to the north to go and introduce him as a politician. The same Usadema that George Obiozo, he's an intellectual, as they, you know, the fools. Once they give you a degree, they say you're an intellectual. George Obiozo, before you took Hope Uzodinma to the north, did you know that Hope Uzodinma was doing 419 in Lagos? He was a fraudster doing Yahoo in Lagos. Who doesn't know in Imo State that Hope Uzodinma was a fraudster in Lagos? These are the type of leaders that they imposed on our people. Idiots. And we are there. They have Apex organization. Apex Ohanese, Apex. These are errand boys for the caliphate. That's why BBC is promoting him. That is why they're all promoting. That is what they have always done. Black people are like that. As I told you before, when the British came to stop the eastern advance of the French colonial forces in Benin Republic, in Badagry, basically in Badagry. You know what Britain did? They didn't go to England to come bring soldiers. They went to Ghana. They recruited Ghanaians, black niggers from Ghana, to come and help them to conquer their fellow niggers in Nigeria. They didn't have to travel very far. That is why I keep saying that the brain of a black man is his greatest impediment. You see, inside this brain, everything a black man is suffering from is here. Inability to reason. Inability to reason. It is the truth that I must tell you. Some may not like it, but of course I will tell you.
When I was growing up, we always say we are Eastern region. That's what we say. We are Eastern region. I don't even know anything about Yoruba or Hausa or anything. Now Igbo, Eastern region. Yes. Now we know. Onitsha market, now we dey go. When I was growing up, I schooled in Sapele, my secondary school, Zix Academy. Zix Academy. They don't change them now to Okotiebo Grammar School in Sapele. Zix Academy at that time, you know, it's a school that was founded by Nnamdi Azikiwe and Okotiebo, Pa Festus Okotiebo. Now found Zix Academy. That's where I was when the war broke out. The hatred when they come poison our mind, what you not go fit to explain. These are British people. At that time, no media, nothing. So we just went along with all the lies they told us about the Igbos. Character assassinated the Igbos and they played propaganda about the Igbos. He got what the person not here so much that we hated the Igbos. Yes, so help me God. They made us, they poisoned us. When I talk, who say they poisoned us, I am saying that the British and the Polonese poisoned our mind against Igbo. And that's what is playing out. So when I listen to this audio, now I say, here we go again. Here we go. This person doesn't even have Igbo accent. Not at all. Because every tribe, when you talk, you can tell. You can tell by the accent. There are many ways you know where a person comes from in our place, in our country, in where we in Biafra. You go know. I didn't say my tribe. I didn't say it here. I'm Biafran. So this time around, no Britain, Fulani cannot bias our mind again about Igbo. No propaganda. Stop playing, stop propaganda against Igbo. I wrote it here. Stop hateful propaganda against Igbo. Stop. It's not going to work this time around. Stop hateful propaganda against Igbo. Stop it. It's not going to work this time. Britain, hear me. I am telling you, hateful propaganda that you did during the war is not going to work. More so, when I listened to the audio, and I said, this person will do this audio,